Hello everybody and welcome back to the Mongoolie Show. This has been an incredible week for Marvel Strike Force players. There has been a lot of news, most of which I'm taking as good news, so that's really exciting. We're getting reworks to the Sinister Six as well as a brand new team in the Superior Six, both of which I'm looking forward to, and long-term listeners are going to know I was not excited for Green Goblin, so that's changed and let's find out why in a minute. And there's a couple of things that aren't on the weekly blog that you definitely need to know about. So before we get into all that, I'm just gonna say, if you enjoy this content, if you wanna see more of me, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're trying to hit 500 subscribers by the end of the year, and if we can hit 400 before the end of the month, that would be amazing. If you can help me out with that, I'd be greatly appreciative. Other than that, let's get into this blog and find out all the information that we need to know. All right, the first thing I want to show you is a free code where you can get 50 Hella Shards and 2 gold orbs as well as 2 training orbs. Now I know that's not super exciting, but it is free stuff, so why wouldn't you want to do this? What you're going to want to do is log into marvelstrikeforce.com, click on your name up in the top corner, go down to new player gift, and that'll bring you up to this screen. Once you're on this screen, type in the code DLEWCX. I don't know if it needs to be caps or not, but I did it as all caps. Hit redeem. I've already done this, so it's not going to work, but when you do that, it'll give you those shards and orbs in game. Go get your free stuff. I don't know how long this code's going to last for, so might as well do it quickly, and I'll put a link as well as this code in the description below so you can do it after the video is done. All right, the next thing I want to show you is on Facebook. What you're going to see is this trick or treat event. You can vote with either a ha-ha face reaction for Zombie Iron Man or a heart reaction for Val. We don't know how many shards you're going to get for either one, but we know you're going to get them on Monday when the new update comes out, as well as some seasonal rewards, whatever those mean. Now, there's an argument going back and forth on which one of these two characters you're going to want. I'm personally voting for Zombie Iron Man, but just a really quick argument. Zombie Iron Man released last October. He's been in the vault ever since, and he's been really hard to get. There's not a good way of unlocking this character. They did just have a strike pass available for him, so if you didn't have him before then, you should get him there. But he's a hard character to farm, and my understanding is at this time, they want to put him back in the vault after October is done, so you're not likely to get many shards on him in the future. Val is already available in a bunch of orbs, as well as they are probably going to be unlockable or farmable fairly soon. So I'm voting for Zombie Iron Man. Now the argument for Val is they're a better character. They're more useful in more game modes. They are an almost guaranteed DD6 pick if you're working towards that. A lot of people really want to build them up. I just think they're going to be farmable sooner than Zombie Iron Man is, so I'm taking the free shards for Zombie Iron Man. Let me know down in the comments below if you disagree with me and if I should change my mind, because I've got until midnight on October 30th to make up my mind on this one. So if you want to try and change my mind, go for it. That's my logic. Let me know what you're thinking on this. All right, with those two things out of the way, we can get into the actual blog. Now, people will know that I've recently said a couple of times I am not excited for Green Goblin Glider. I don't know why. I was just picturing the stupid version that we had of him where he's like a giant goblin from like the Ultimate Comics on a glider. Maybe that sounds really stupid, but that's what I was expecting, and I was not excited for it. When we actually see what Green Goblin on a glider looks like, he actually looks pretty cool. He's not quite the 1960s version that I was hoping he was, but he's close. He's definitely a step in that direction, and he actually does look pretty good. And that's not even his kit. Just from an aesthetics point of view, he looks fantastic. I'm really excited for him. Now, Kraven, and I was actually going to make a video, I probably still will, about the top 5 characters I would like to see come to this game. Lizard was on that list, so now I have to make a 5th character, take Lizard off, and put a different character on. Unfortunately, I don't like the art direction of this Lizard. Like, he's close, he's so close. I just wish they'd taken one more pass at him, maybe just polish him up a little bit. I was looking in somebody else's chat and they said he basically looks like Reptar from Rugrats, but in a lab coat, and I can't unsee it now. So close. Kraven looks amazing. The Spider Slayer with J. Jonah Jameson is more comical than great for me. I kind of like the Spider Slayers from the 90s cartoon show, but obviously those would be very hard to put in this because they'd be the size of the entire screen. So I understand them going in this direction. He's growing on me, is all I can say about him. The first time I saw him, I was like, ugh. I get that he is kind of like an original design from like the 60s, I want to say. Like, I feel like I've definitely seen this before, but it wasn't exactly what I was looking for, but he's growing on me. So I'll give him that. The other three of the other four look amazing, and the fourth character is a rework for Dr. Octopus. They just put out a costume from not that long ago, so you can change the costume for him so he looks more updated if you want. Now, if we scroll down, we see that they're gonna break down not only the new Superior 6 team, but also the reworks to the Sinister 6 team. I'm not gonna read it all because we'd be here for hours and it would be the most boring video you've ever watched. But little brief notes is gonna be that Green Goblin Classic is your legendary character. The way you're gonna unlock him is through a Scourge event, and you're gonna need either Rebirth or New Avengers, or both if you wanna do level 8 or higher. If you don't wanna do level 8 or higher, you can get by with just the Rebirth team, that's what they're telling us. Or you can level up some of your New Avengers. I was debating taking Ronan to DD6, so I'm building him up already. I don't know that I'm gonna build the rest of the team up. We'll see how this goes. That said, I was also kind of meh on the Green Goblin, and now that I see what the team looks like, I'm kind of like, I'm all in. I love Spider-Man is my favorite character. All the Spider-Verse is big for me. So having like classic versions of some of these characters, I'm very excited for. Now I'm really tearing myself apart as how I want to build this up. But you will need Rebirth or New Avengers to do up to level 7 in the Scourge. You will need both built to do level 8 or higher in the Scourge. So just know that going forward. You can skip the New Avengers if you want, but then you're stuck at level 7 or below. You should still be able to unlock Green Goblin with level 7 and below, but without the Scourge actually being out here, I can't guarantee that. Historically though, that is true. Now, one of the things to note is for the Sinister 6 rework, I've been told it's really good. The developers are saying it could actually beat Gamma in War, which is kind of insane. Now, one thing you'll notice is that Swarm and Green Goblin are not part of this rework. Green Goblin's part of the Underworld team, Swarm's part of the Infestation team. Both of them already got reworks recently, so they are not part of the Sinister 6 team. They do still have the tag, they just didn't get a rework. Zombie Juggernaut is coming to the game. If you want to purchase him, you can do that on Sunday, October 29th. And if you want to earn him for free, you can do that on Monday, October 30th. How you're going to do that is there's 3 modes, kind of like what they're doing right now with the Pegasus game mode. However, this seems like it's going to be your actual main way of unlocking Zombie Juggernaut. Story mode is going to give you access to the 3 undying characters so you can just test their power out. Challenge is where you're actually going to unlock your Zombie Juggernaut. How it's going to work is you can bring in any 5 characters, play through the nodes, you're going to earn orbs, and those orbs are going to unlock either Zombie Juggernaut or Zombie Iron Man shards. There's also, if you finish it, you're going to get the Corny Candy player frame. There's also going to be Crimson Tombstones, which will count towards another event that you can earn during this. So this is an event you're definitely going to want to partake in. The bonus difficulty, you actually need to have Zombie Juggernaut unlocked, and depending on how many stars you have on him will depend on how far down you can go. Now note, he unlocks as a 2-star, so at 45 shards, so you have to actually get him to a 3-star before you can start this bonus event. There's also the Unkillable Force, which also starts on Monday, and that's another way that you're going to help unlock Juggernaut. Let's take a quick look at that. If we take a look at this, you can see there's only 15 shards for Zombie Juggernaut, and that's not very good, unfortunately. I really wish he was a guaranteed unlock, but you're going to be getting a lot of the Crimson Tombstone orbs, so that should get us the rest of the way there. I really like it when it's a guaranteed, but that's just me. How we're going to be doing this is battling in wars as well as earning those Crimson Tombstones from the story mode up above, or the challenge mode, I guess, up above that we just talked about. All right, so the nice thing is this takes place over 7 days, so you're going to get lots of options for your wars, and it's 1,000 points for every battle you play. You don't have to win them, but it caps out at 30. That's going to be really easy to do because you should be competing in your war every single time it shows up. So that 30 is actually a pretty easy milestone, and it gets us about halfway that we need to go to get the 15 Zombie Juggernauts, as well as your cat suit and all your cat head amulets. So if you only care about hitting this milestone here, that brings us almost halfway, and that's pretty darn good. The Crimson Tombstones are only going to give us 1 point each, but there's no max on that, so the more you get, the better you're going to do. And then after that, it's a matter of battling in war with your undead team, whether it be Zombie Juggernaut, Zombie Iron Man, or Hela. Now, as far as the actual math for this event, we'll go over that on Monday when the event is live, so we actually know exactly how many Crimson Tombstones we're going to get, and we can go over exactly how this is going to work. But assuming that you've got a 7-star Hela, because most of us do, and assuming you've got Zombie Iron Man at very least unlocked, because most of us do, this doesn't look super hard, which is okay. This is going to give us 138,000 points towards the month-long event, which is really good, 15 Juggernauts, which could be better, and a whole bunch of augmented gear. So this is a decent event, it looks like, at least. We'll see what the math turns out on the Crimson Tombstone. Hopefully, not only do they provide a good amount of Zombie Juggernaut, I'm hoping he's like I'm hoping him and Iron Man are guaranteed drops. I would prefer it if it was just Zombie Juggernaut, because I really want to unlock this character, but Zombie Iron Man's also really hard to get, so I'll take it. But if neither one of them are guaranteed unlocks in these orbs, that's going to be a bit of a piss off, because we know how that worked for the Iron Man event just recently. A lot of people were burned on that one, so it's just nice when it's a guaranteed. Even if it's a guarantee of one or the other, I'll take it, but I want it to be a guaranteed either way. And yeah, we'll get into this event more on Monday when it actually goes live and we can do the math properly. It's worth noting that this event does have a leaderboard attached to it, but we don't really care too much about the leaderboards. You're just going to do what you're going to do and get free rewards. So if you care, know that it's available. If you don't care, we're moving on. All right, there's also a web milestone event going on starting on Monday as well, where you can spend power cores in order to earn Crimson Tombstones. It does offer you 6,000 Crimson Tombstones a day, which is pretty good, but it does also require you spend 800 power cores a day, which is bananas. So it's up to you how far you're going to do on that every single day. I definitely recommend spending at least 200 power cores a day. That'll at least give you an orb every single day. If you've got the bank to spend more than that, you do you. I can't in good conscience recommend you spend 800 power cores every single day. Do your best. All right, the Skeletal Standoff is the third event starting on Monday. It's going to give you 39,000 points towards the monthly event and is the last chance you have to finish off that month-long event. The month-long event this round is a little bit tighter than the past ones have been. There have been a couple there in a row where you could overshoot by like 100K. This one you're going to only overshoot by like 30 or 40K. So if you still need these points, this is your last chance to get them. It is an alliance-wide event. It's going to take place over the course of 4 days, and it's going to require you to win Cosmic Crucible battles, not just play in them. You need to win them. It also has a ton of shards, and most of them are for really good characters. Cloak and Dagger have been out for a long time, but Titania, Absorbing Man, Moonstone, Firestar, and Gwenpool are all characters I don't have at 7 stars yet, so I'm looking forward to this. How you're going to do it is you're going to win your Cosmic Crucible battles as an alliance. And the nice thing is it caps out at 264,000 points, which is less than what you need for your entire alliance to win every single one of their Cosmic Crucibles. So if you lose a battle, you are not necessarily screwing over your alliance, and I really like that. So how it's going to work out is over the course of the 4 days, you're going to have 18 chances to win Cosmic Crucible battles, right? That's how many fights you're going to have. You only need to win 11 of them each in order to get to this point. But if you only win 8, but somebody else wins all 18 of them, you're covered. You're good. So you can still max out this event at least on that one level. All right, so you're going to want to win your Cosmic Crucible battles. You're going to have to earn Alliance Supply 2 orbs. Usually you get these from making Alliance donations, but we'll find out for sure on Monday, as well as play in Cosmic Crucible battles with new warrior characters. At new gear tier 16, 17, and 18, you will get more points for doing that. Make sure you do not have them on defense. Make sure you use them at least once per win. You do just need to play with them. You don't need to win with them, so that's something, but make sure you're playing with them. Get your team those extra points. And on Friday, the Quick Rumble event is going to be A-Force. Make sure you got them built up as high as you can so you can unlock these rewards as quick as possible. The free claim is going to be 8,800 Cat's Head Amulets, 100 Campaign Energy, and 1 Celestial Talon Orb, so you can get your 2 shards of Darkhawk, because that's all I'm getting from those stupid orbs. And lastly, we're going to take a look at the new game update method. What they're going to try and do is have a slow rollout over a couple of days. That way the game never has to be offline. On Monday, October 30th, they're going to start this off for select Android players as well as people from the Amazon store as an optional download. You can download it early if you want, and that way you don't have to turn the game off to download it later on. On Tuesday the 31st, there's going to be a rollout for the remaining Android players as well as the entire iOS fan base. And then on Wednesday, November 1st, any players who haven't already downloaded the new version will have to leave the game to download the new one. So if you don't do the optional download ahead of time, it's going to be just like you do it every other time. Nothing will change. However, if you do an optional download, you will not have to turn the game off on the Wednesday to do the download. So that's actually good. They do point out that this is a brand new thing that they're trying, so it might not go super smoothly the first time, but hopefully they work out all the kinks and it does work well going forward. All right, that's it for this week's Marvel Strike Force blog. This has been an incredible week to be a fan for Marvel Strike Force. We've got the new progression system with diamonds, as well as easier unlocks for yellow stars, easier capacity to get red stars. You've got Zombie Juggernaut, you've got a rework of the Sinister Six, you've got the new Superior Six team coming out. You've got the news that you don't actually need to build your new Avengers. You can just do the Rebirth team. You've got codes coming out for free items. There's a poll on Facebook. It just feels like there's so much going on this week, and it's amazing. I love that there's stuff that I can talk about with you guys that isn't all just negatives and bugs and crappy things going on with this game. Yes, I will admit that there was that event that I'm really not a fan of happening right now with the Blitz. Yes, I'll admit that there is that Wednesday, I think it was, where the update came out and it was down for like 8 hours or something. Not everything is positive. They're trying. I'll give it to them. There's enough positivity here that I'm feeling excited for this game, and that's fantastic. If you made it this far in the video, please consider giving it a like, and if you haven't already, please consider giving a subscribe as well. I'm trying to hit 400 by the end of the month and 500 by the end of the year, and if you can help me out with that goal, it would be greatly appreciated. And of course, if you're willing to come join me on Twitch, we can have a conversation live. That would be amazing. That is twitch.tv/TheMongoolie Show. I stream a couple of times a week. Come check me out over there. And as always, guys, have a great week and good luck to you.